Hi, Ollie. Obviously making progress with United this season, but in terms of your own kind of self-belief, what would it mean to you to actually win a trophy and get one more on your CV, as it were?
Not about me. I've got enough self-belief, whatever circumstances I've been in. Quietly confident, as I've always said. Trusting the players. These players are ready for this, and that's the main thing. I've seen in them something growing inside of them, more and more confident, more and more robust, resilient to setbacks. And as a group, I'm confident that we're ready for this now.
Sam Luckhurst.
Hello, Ollie. I know you're not going to tell us what your team is, but have you found the selection process to be difficult with certain positions in terms of tough calls between one or two players?
Always difficult to leave players out, but it's throughout the whole season. A final is a reward for what you've done the whole season. Then, if there's a doubt between a couple, it's the form in the latter stages, of course. But we'll enjoy the last session, and the players will get the team tomorrow.
Dave McDonnell.
Hi, Ollie. You're obviously the favourites going into tomorrow. Villarreal are the underdogs. All the pressure, in that sense, is on you guys to win. How do you ease that pressure and that weight of expectation that's hanging over your players?
Every player who goes into a final has the expectation and pressure to win. You have to prepare to win. We plan to win. We expect to win. But I'm sure Unai feels the same with his team and his players and their players. So that's no different. It's been a long qualification to get here. And it's 50-50 when I get to a final. I feel, as I've said so many times now, confident in that we are ready for this. In a final, anything can happen. You can concede a goal in the first minute. You can get an injury, sent off. Anything can happen. So we just have to be ready for everything. That's the thing with a final. It's decided there and then.
Chris Wheeler.
Yes, hi, Ollie. Obviously, you've made great strides this season, but for the season to be termed a success, do you have to win tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. You go into every game as the next one is the most important one, and this now is a final, which happens to be the end of a season, and you can define the season after tomorrow. So far, we've improved, but as you say, we'll all go home happy only if we win tomorrow.
OK, we'll now take questions for Bruno and Luke.
Any questions, Mike, for Bruno or Luke?
For Luke, have you trained with Harry yet, and how important would it be to have him on the pitch with you?
Yeah, obviously Harry's here. He's travelled with us. We've obviously still got another session to go, so we'll see how he is. But obviously not too sure yet. Yeah, we're hoping, he can be available, but the main focus now is for the players that are out there fit, to enjoy the session today and, be ready for the game tomorrow.
Rob Dawson.
A question for Luke and Bruno, if possible. Obviously, you got to the later rounds of the Europa League last year, but couldn't quite get over the line. Does the mood in the dressing room feel different a year on? Does it feel more positive around the squad?
Definitely, I think I was a bit unfortunate last season. I wasn't there, but I think definitely this season, especially now, there's, personally, in my opinion, there's much more confidence and much more belief in the squad that, obviously we're improving as a team, and obviously this is the next step tomorrow night to go out and show, that we're going in the right direction. And like I said, there's a lot of confidence and belief that, we're taking the right steps, and tomorrow is another step in the right direction.
Bruno?
No, obviously, I think Luke said everything. Is everything different. The team grow up a lot. We improve from the semi-final in Europa League. The team is getting better. Obviously, being in the final is good, but to be perfect, we have to win tomorrow. And the dressing room is confident. We know what we have to do. But as the coach says before, it's 50-50. And tomorrow we have to play against a tough team, doing our best to go home happy.
Jamie Jackson.
A question to both players, please. I believe Sir Alex Ferguson is with the team at the hotel, etc. Are you expecting him to maybe speak to you? And if so, how could he help inspire you for this final?
Hugo?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect him, to speak to us. Obviously, we see him around the hotel at the moment a little bit, but I think within the team we got to inspire ourselves and focus on what we need to do as a group. And I'm sure we don't need people to inspire us for the game tomorrow. As much of a legend he is, I think inside our group we need to do that ourselves. And of course I'm sat next to the manager now, and I'm sure he'll be doing that tomorrow. So I'm not too sure we'll see too much of Sir Alex tomorrow.
I think we have a coach who passed a lot of time with Sir Alex Ferguson, so I think everything he could say to us, he already knows, so he could pass that message for us. We trust our coach. The team is confident, as I said before. We trust ourselves. We know what we have to do. We work for an entire season together. This is our moment to enjoy this final and try to do our best. We train well the days before, and we have another day to train, and we prepare well the game. So it's make the job tomorrow, make it properly, but at the same time enjoy the moment, because being in the final is not for everyone, and we have to enjoy this moment.
Simon Peach.
Question for Luke. You said you were unfortunate not to be involved in the last Europa League run, obviously, due to injury. You've been unfortunate a few times in your career, but today you've been called up into the England squad for the Euros. You're on the brink of playing for Man United in a European final. Just how happy are you? How special is this moment? And how good could this week be for you?
Of course, the moment is special. Of course, very happy to be announced in the England squad again. Obviously, it's a 33-man squad and there's 26, so obviously when I get there, there's still work to do. Nothing's a given. You need to still, obviously show Gareth what I can do when I'm there, but, my focus right now is obviously on the training session coming up and, the final tomorrow. Nothing else is on my mind apart from that. And, like I said, I'm really looking forward to, getting out there and, hopefully being involved in a final and, just to be able to enjoy the game.
Charlie Wyatt.
Question for Bruno. How important is it that Manchester United win this trophy, and is defeat tomorrow unthinkable?
It's important for us winning trophies. As a players, we want to win. So for the club, we know we represent a big club. Trophies are part of this club. So it's important, of course. Everyone knows that, and the most important for us is doing what we have to do, what we train to do, and trying to win the game. That's it. It's a game of football. Everything can happen, but we can control some stuff on the game, and we will try to control that. And the most important, as I said, the team is growing up, is improving a lot, and tomorrow will be a signal also to more improvement. And of course, no one wants to lose. Lose is part of football, and you can improve from that, but we want to improve from winning trophies.
Laurie Whitwell.
Can I ask both players, how will you prepare for the game? Is it a case of relaxing a little bit, taking your mind off things, or do you study the opposition in depth throughout the day tomorrow? So how do you prepare for such a big game?
No, of course.
Tell the truth, Luke.
I think, I look around, everyone seems very relaxed, just sort of enjoying the moment, being here, being in the final. Obviously, we've not been in one for a while, so you know, that in that part we just need to, you know, enjoy the moment. And of course, I think the last couple of days, you know, after, you know, the great win against Wolves, you know, we've studied them a bit, but, you know, more on us. We need to focus on ourselves, and, you know, for us, the 11 players playing tomorrow, to all be ready to give everything to try and win this trophy and, you know, finish the season in a good way.
So as Lucas said, everyone is quite confident, is waiting for the game. I think more time pass, worse it is, because we want to play. If we could play today, it was better. But anyway, I think tomorrow we'll pass the time like we do normally. If we will do some videos, of course, we will study the opponent. We did it already, but of course tomorrow we do something more, I hope. And the most important is we know what we have to do, and everyone is confident, and we have time to think on the game. More important is rest, eat well, and be ready for the game. That's it.
Matt's answer.